I pulled it up. It's on ESPN. Houston at Kansas.
Well, thankfully, there's not the Puerto Vallarta Classic going on right now for college basketball. Like guacamole.
I wanted to stick away from the Darren Peterson thing.
I got something on Darren later.
I didn't bring it up, but like now it's just snowballing. And now I feel like if we talk about it, we're like the people that are trying to ride the waves of a headline.
Let Darren, I mean, come on. They're still a top 10 team right now. It's not as though like Darren is causing this massive slide and they're not going to make the NCAA tournament. Like, just save him for the playoffs. Save him for the tourney. He's doing his own load management.
Yeah, he is. That's the problem. It's going to affect the seeding. They're not going to know how to play with them.
That's what they want. That's what they want.
Oh, so they're doing it.
Unknown. Yes.
They're throwing off the scouting report.
Yes.
Oh, he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Exactly. You're not going to see enough of me. You're not going to know what I can do. Then all of a sudden, Mello 2.0, boom, Kansas wins the title. Darren Peterson, number 1 pick overall. And he's playing for the Pelicans.
Wow. And then you got Bill Self winning Best Actor, acting like he's upset, but he likes the plan because he doesn't want to show all of his plays, all of his schemes.
Bill's got too many heart problems to really care that much. Like, he can't get too angry. Yeah, there's something going on.
I'll tell you this. We are going to find out this week if what is going on is going to catapult them or crush them, because Monday night, number 2 Houston, they'll probably be number 4 or number 3, goes to Kansas. And then on Saturday, Kansas plays Arizona again. So it's a huge week for the Jayhawks. It's a huge week for Darren Peterson. I find it quite ironic that the media is now picking up this story as they're going to play 2 top 10 teams this week, and he's going to drop a 40-burger on Houston. He's going to drop a 30-burger on U of A, and all of this might just go away.
I think they sit him. Just we don't need any more quad 1 wins. Just sit him. Sit him. We don't want to show anyone. I mean, they're not going to penalize you for losing, on the road in Arizona all that much. Just get in. Get in with the 4 seed. You're fine.
Here's why I think this storyline is important, because NIL is evolving. It's fluid, right?
Right.
I think next year, when these coaches and these players and the agents get together for NIL money, I mean, you've got to play X amount of games. You got to play 90% of the games to get 90% of your money, or whatever the case may be, because you can't just sit out. If we're paying you $5 million a year, you just pick and choose when you can play.
There's gates. There's probably gates. Maybe they come up with that. You got to play. You play 50%, you get this much. You get 60, whatever it may be. Yeah, that's. Outcome oriented payment. They should do it based on stats too. But who's going to is the guy that gave the money to the collective? Is he going to come down there and be pissed at this guy? I'm giving money. I'm mad at Mr. Peterson.
If Kansas is out the second round in the tournament, this guy's going to be upset. That's not a good ROI on his dollars.
As are a lot of fans when their team doesn't win the tournament. It's you're paying for entertainment at that point.
Okay.
What are we doing?
I want to start here. I have a confession to make to you and all of our fans. I am no smarter than a puddle of rain. Last week, it was raining in LA. And we know what happens when it rains in LA. The city, the people, they panic. It's chaos. Okay. So I'm driving in the rain, about to take a left turn. I look to the street of where I'm going to approach, and it looks like 250 kiddie pools emptied out in that street. It's flooded.
Okay.
I look at Jen. I look at the car, and I only have 2 decisions, right? I can turn around, I can avoid it, or I can act like a monster truck and I can ride through it. I look at Jen. She goes, "That bug made it. You can make it." I'm like, yeah. So I go. I floor it. I get through it. Everything's good until later in the day. I'm driving the car, and I hear this like tinging sound. Like when you get married, like 30 years ago, they tied like cans and like
Yeah.
silverware. So I stopped the car. The engine like panel has fallen off. The panel that protects the engine, I can't
Wasn't
think of
waterproof.
what. I think the water submerged inside and they pushed it out.
Oof. Okay.
So a split-second decision was costly. A split-second decision cost me a trip to the mechanic. So it got me thinking about Major League Baseball here, because there's a lot of split-second decisions that managers have to make. And if you have a seasoned manager, he's going to know, do I go with the analytics or do I go with the gut? But when you're a first-year manager,
what do you do?
What do you do? What kind of track record do you have? And we've got 2 first-year managers in the NL West. We got Tony Vitello from the San Francisco Giants. We got Craig Stammen from the Padres. My question to you, Big Ben, which first-year manager is going to win more games in his first year?
So I think you have one culture coach, which is why the Giants liked Vitello coming out of Tennessee. I mean, a program that's won, but you're going from the collegiate ranks to Major League Baseball. Intern didn't get back to me about the success of a college coach going to the pros.
However, never been done before.
It is never. He's first.
Not
He's a unicorn.
Baseball. Yeah.
He's a unicorn. Okay. Then not him. Like I'm not betting on the unicorn in this race. And we'll get to see how it plays out, but I think give me the new name for the Padres.
Craig Stammen.
He was a former major leaguer, right?
Relief pitcher.
Relief pitcher. Big problem with the Padres? Relief pitching. Like, how are we going to... So you start there. You let the bats just swing. God, they can score runs. They just need someone there kind of architecting when, who's your setup man? Who's your high leverage guy? Who's, just getting people in their roles and what they need to be doing throughout the season. And he's going to be the guy to do that. And you walk in and you already have clout. I've been there. I've done that. I know what the major league season looks like. I know how to pace us. We're not playing 32 games and going to Omaha. We're going to play 162 and potentially get to the World Series. Like, that's a different pace. That's a different understanding that he'll have versus Vitello. And if Vitello's a unicorn, come on. Vitello looks like he'd go out and party with the players more than he would manage the players, to be honest. Am I wrong?
Thing. I mean, he might. He's young.
Tenderloin?
He could. But I'm betting against the Padres. Too many egos, too many attitudes.
Oof.
You got Tatis, you got Machado. This is the 3rd coach in 3 years. They had 60-year-old Bob Melvin, 50-whatever-year-old Mike Schultz. Now they hire a relief pitcher who was a scout, and then he was a special assistant to the baseball operation. Sounds like the Padres couldn't get anyone else to manage the team. So I'm going with the Giants. The Giants have Logan Webb, Robbie Ray. That's a great front end of the bullpen. They picked up Luis Ariz, 3-time batting champ.
Ooh.
Put him at the
Devers
top
playing
of the
first?
lineup. Devers at first. You got Adames. But it's going to come down to 2 players. Jung-Ho Lee. Is he a 260 hitter or is he a 300 hitter? He's hit 260 the last couple of years. He needs to get on base. He needs to steal some bases. He needs to hit 300. And Bryce Eldridge, rookie, lefty. He can really extend that lineup, put him in between Chapman and Adames, or Adames and Chapman. I'm betting on the Giants and Tony Vitello. Not Vitelli.
It's Vitello. Vitello, not Vitelli.
Vitello.
What part of Italy is he from?
Southern Italy.
Is anyone from Southern Italy ever won a World Series?
I don't know if he's from Southern Italy.
I hear you. But I don't see, if you're a culture coach, there's too many question marks. Like you haven't been there, you haven't done it, you don't know what a season looks like.
Neither is Craig Stammen. He hasn't coached. It's different.
He has played the game of Major League Baseball
as a relief pitcher. So what is that?
That means he's watched the game a lot. He's able to observe. He's able to observe the game, really take it in and understand. And the biggest problem with the Padres is their relief pitching.
So he can help. So hire him as the pitching coach.
Here's what they need.
Here's the thing.
They don't need to worry about the bats. Don't worry about the bats. They can hit. Those guys can hit. Worry about
Tony
the pitching.
is a head coach. A head coach can coach. He's the head coach. A relief pitcher is now a coach. It can happen. I'm just saying Tony knows how to manage the team. He knows about situations. He knows about offense. He knows about lineups. He knows about all the little stuff that this relief pitcher hasn't had practice doing because he's been scouting in the front office for the Padres.
You know what's funny? This exact argument is why Bob Melvin still has a job. Like the front office are having battles. No, let's go hire this guy. They're like, what about Dusty Baker? He's still, like, let's get him. He knows what he's doing. He's won a World Series. Like, the managerial position is no longer like your role has changed. You're just there. You know what to do. You have the gut feelings. You've been there. You've been through every situation. And your guy, Vitello, has never been in this situation ever.
You got analytics to help with his decisions.
Okay, let's see. This will be his analytics year, and then he'll get a little gut feeling next year. We'll call this his analytics year, the unicorn.
We'll call this our year. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and K Winn. Each and every week, we publish a brand new episode. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you drop your comments below, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our podcast. More of an audio podcast person? Make sure you subscribe anywhere you get your audio podcast and give us a 5-star rating. Will really help us out at Big Ben K Winn _ anywhere you get your social media, TikToks, Threads, Instagram. Follow the Discord. I'm K Winn. He's Big Ben. We talked a little baseball. We're going to talk a little college basketball. We're going to talk a little bit NBA. We're going to talk about how the Blazers almost lost by 200 points with Big Ben in town, and much, much more.
We got to start there.
Let's go.
We got to start there because listen, going into this, the whole Silver has come out, no tanking, right? We're going to penalize tanking. And Cuban's like, it's not about tanking. It's about experience for the fans. Like, people aren't coming to watch the game anymore. Sure, your television deals are massive, but no one's like connecting with the game. And he's right. We went down there in the Rose Garden or Motor Center or what are they calling it, was 2/3 full. We're watching the best player in basketball in the world play basketball in front of you, only 2/3 full, maybe less than that.
And the Blazers are a playoff team too.
Kind of.
10 seed.
Shin Sharp was out. But I mean, they got boat raced, just utterly boat raced.
150 points they gave up.
Donovan Clingan hit 2 threes early on. Everyone's like, oh, and then it was over. That was done. The first 4 minutes was the only intriguing part of that game. So I took the train all the way down there, got a hotel, and I walk in and I watch 7 minutes of good basketball. The rest was Jokic was the Harlem Globetrotters versus Washington Generals at that point. Like, he was doing whatever he wanted. And what do? You can't get a refund. But you can't go to the game because it costs too much. The seats are $150 up. So what are you doing? Like, the product's not as good. Cuban came out and said it's shared experiences and it's hope. Like, you want shared experiences for the hands, but you also want to give them hope for the future. But he's like, you got to get fans in the door to realize that. And we don't take our kids down. All of us have kids because it costs too much.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay $150 for my kid to run around in the concourse, eat some ice cream and leave. Like, it just costs too much. But I thought back, like, how memorable is it if you do take the kid and they watch it and they go, oh my God, I watched so-and-so play. One of my good buddy Chris's kid knows every player that was playing that night. Like, take him down, be like, oh man, all of a sudden he's playing hoops. All of a sudden he's telling his friend. All of a sudden. The game is priced out of bringing families and younger kids to the games. I think it's
all sports. It's football. It's baseball. It's college basketball. The Duke Michigan game, I think it was $6,000 to kind of have seats on the floor. Then everything else was like in the thousands of dollars.
Well, that was in DC, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But to your point, it's football. I look at it this way, right? Baseball, I'm going for the experience. My daughter doesn't care about watching the game or who's on the field. She cares about taking the train, getting some ice cream, running around,
being outside.
Exactly. That there's between any entertainment, there's stuff just going on. It's fun. A basketball game is like, you don't see any kids, Football, I get it. Kids don't want to stand outside forever. Their attention spans not like it's. But basketball has a problem because kids aren't coming to the games because it costs so much to get in the door, and the kid's not attentive enough to. I don't want to spend $150 for my kid to run around the concourse. Cuban's right, but the NBA is relying on their TV deal.
Yeah,
that's all I care about. That's all I care. Almost better. Like, all right, don't go to the games. Watch it on TV. It's better for us.
Yeah. Fan experience, not the same.
Rant over.
I haven't even been to an NBA game this year. 0.
Not one.
Yeah.
Don't go. Like, don't. Just don't. You'd be disappointed. Like, if I didn't have all the accoutrements around the game, I would have been, like, gone down there like, I just want to watch this game. I'd have been devastated.
Yeah.
It was, what was it, 138-71, like, midway through the third? It's bad. That's really bad. At home.
Well, the Blazers don't play any defense.
And the kid that didn't even have the half-court shot for the Toyota, it was bad, Nothing happened.
Around.
Sorry. I'll go again next year.
Yeah, of course you will. And you'll rant again the following year.
Ticket costs have not come down.
OKC beat Cleveland today. And 3 of their top 4 scorers didn't play. So no SGA, no Jalen Williams, no AJ Mitchell. And they still beat Cleveland, who is probably one of the favorites in the East. That is how loaded OKC is. They got like Dort, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. They got the Topic playing now. They got Jared McCain from Duke, who had a really good rookie year. They traded him for virtually nothing. OKC looks great.
You know who else they have? Sam Presti. Like, that's who should, introducing Sam Presti, the architect of this team. That's why we're so good. And we're doing some load management. I wonder if the collegiate players watch the pros. They're like, maybe. Can I get away with
Peterson
that?
Does.
Darren Peterson is. He's a pro. He's a pro already. All right, where are we going next?
We could go to the Lakers, but there's nothing to talk about that. They still don't play any defense. Peyton Pritchard put 30 on them today. They lost by 20 to the Celtics.
They won on Friday, didn't they? Luka put up
against the Clippers.
That's true. Clippers beat the Nuggets the night before, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. That's why the Nuggets were fired up and scored 153.
That's like, we aren't going. We're losing the Clips and Portland.
But where I'm going with all this, the Lakers will make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to get out of the first round because they would either have to play OKC, Houston, San Antonio, or Denver. And they can't beat any of those teams, or Minnesota.
You think about this, and OKC did it right. Like, everyone's like, are they going to threaten the record by the Warriors? They're like, we don't want to do that. We just want to get a big enough lead where we can rest and make decisions in real time about, do we need to win this game or can we rest players? And that's what they're doing right now. And they're still good. Still good.
And they're playing all these other players that maybe that they can trade one day, right? To continue to build on
They're
the
auditioning.
franchise. They're auditioning. We going college basketball next?
Yes.
Big weekend. Yesterday, it kind of felt a little like a Final Four.
Like March? A little like March.
Top 4 teams played.
That should have been a final.
2 matchups. Michigan, number 1, played number 4. Duke, U of A, 4, played Houston, number 2. Wildcats won. Duke won. Did you get a chance to see any of the games?
I didn't. I saw the highlights from the Michigan-Duke game. I sat down and actually talked to a guy at a Lunar New Year party, and he gave me the download of all the games. He was a talk show host or something like that, so he had the narrative going. He said that Boozer is just, you're not going to see how good he is on paper. Like, the stat sheet doesn't tell you how good he is. And he goes, they're just a gutty team. They're gritty. They're a Duke team. They're smart. They're well coached. He goes, but Michigan should have won that game if they make 3 more 3-pointers. He's like, they went 6 for 23. It's a neutral site. He's like, Michigan's better than that, is what he was saying. So, but if you play them best of 5, it's probably 2-2 going into game 5.
Yeah. Well, so you had the number 1 and number 2 ranked defensive teams playing. So the game was ugly for a reason because both teams are long and can play defense. But Duke executed when it mattered down the stretch, and Michigan didn't. Michigan came in averaging 90 points a game. They have the best front court in college basketball. They have so many scores. They're 9 deep. Their bench couldn't do anything. Their bigs couldn't really do anything. And it was Boozer who did just a little bit of everything. He scored enough. He rebounded. He had 7 assists. And John Shire schemed up some plays at the end where he got the Michigan big guys away from the rim, so they got some easy looks, and they got the ball in Boozer's hand. I really think it came down to Shire over Dusty May in the end of the game, and that's why Duke won.
There might be a round 2 of that, to be honest. Like, if Dusty May can get Florida Atlantic to a Final Four, holy cow, what can he do with Michigan year 2? I think I saw something on Dusty May where he's got kind of a formula, if you would. He says, we're going to play tough D, and then we're going to work in transition. We'll never let the defense get set, and we're either going to get lay-ins, dunks, first and foremost, spot up threes secondarily. So, like, are you in a good catching position? And then I think third was, like, going at the rim and layups or whatever it is. So he's getting high, and again, they're probably just not hitting their threes in the last game, but he's a good coach. He's a good coach.
Well, I think your point was accurate in that Michigan usually can get what they want on offense because they have so many different weapons, but against Duke, they couldn't. So they settled for threes, and then they forced a couple threes, and they didn't hit all the threes that they normally do.
Right. And then you got a good Duke team. All right, we know what you want to do. We're going to get back and sit under the rim first and foremost, not allow you to get any transition buckets at the rim, and then, play tough D at the 3, and there you go. Arizona, are they for real? Are we
They're for real.
We're in on Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they lost back-to-back games. They lost to Kansas and Texas Tech, but they went on the road and beat number 2 Houston. Big win because it was at Houston. Also, 2 of their top 7 players didn't play.
Ooh.
Their second leading scorer didn't play, Koa Pete. Braden Burris, their leading scorer, their freshman, he was, I think, 1 for 7 from the field. So it was a gritty, gutty win by U of A that didn't have 2 of their top 7 players. We're in on Arizona. Because if you can win on the road like that against a stingy Houston defense and not turn the ball over, I think you can go very far in the tournament. I'm in on Arizona, and you know what? I'm in on the Big 12. SEC is going to probably get 7 teams. ACC will get 6. Big 10 will get 6 or 7. Big 12 is going to get 2 teams to the Final Four.
Arizona and?
I'm not calling the teams. This is the bet.
Oh, just.
You're giving me the Big 12, and I'm telling you 2 teams are going to go.
From the Big 12. It
could be Arizona. It could be Houston. It could be Texas Tech. It could be BYU. It's not going to be Kansas because the Darren Peterson drama. Could be.
You said
Iowa State, too.
Ooh, there's Iowa State. I like that. Big 12 they're becoming kind of the basketball conference all of a sudden. You sent me the text. Do you take these 4, and you had Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Houston. Or the field, the remainder, and you had the betting odds behind them. And I think the next likely was Illinois.
Yeah.
And I think beyond
Iowa
that,
State.
If I was a betting,
I'm taking the field and I'm taking the Big 12.
Okay, who's
tease
no.
Tease that.
The field and the Big 12. Can you tease it?
Yeah,
you can tease that.
We can find it. MGM's got a bet. Bet MGM.
Answer me this though. So you're going to take the field against those top 4.
Yeah.
Give me 2 to 3 teams that could beat those teams ahead of you, because the termites that you referred to earlier, they're not beating those number 1 seeds. Those 4 teams we mentioned, they're not beating those teams.
No, they're just winning their first round games.
Right. So the teams behind subsequently that make up the other 6 teams in that top 10 or that you sent me, you got to be pretty confident in 2 or 3 of those teams, right?
I'll take UConn.
Okay.
Top 20 defense. I think they're number 2 in strength of schedule, so they have the most impressive wins against the hardest schedule.
Okay.
They've got Dan Hurley. He's been there before. He's done it.
They're better than Michigan. Better than Duke.
In one game, they can beat them. Michigan was exposed this weekend. All the season long, we can't beat Michigan. Actually, you can beat Michigan. Get the big guy in foul trouble. Make some of the other guys score. And I know these teams lost, so don't at me, but I do like Iowa State. I do like the Cyclones. Yeah, they turn teams over. They have that pressure defense. You can get easy buckets. I like Illinois. I like Texas Tech. I like Virginia.
You like everyone.
I like
What's
Carolina.
Your bracket gonna look? How many brackets are you going to do?
Give me the field. I will take the field.
I'll take chalk. Give me chalk.
So you're going to take those 4 teams?
Yes, I will take those. Yes. I'd wake up every day for the next month and they'd take those 4 teams. Okay. Absolutely. I don't think there's the only team that there's 2 teams actually. It's been 20 years since the Gators went back to back. But remember they got Goulding back or something, like everyone was kind of scared that he was going to leave, or like there's the negotiating contract, but then he brought back like all the players, but not all the players. But so I think they're just hitting their stride. The SEC's tough, so they probably took their lumps. But I think Florida will be scared just because they've been there. They've done it before. And history tends to repeat itself. So 20 years after they won back-to-backs, Horford, Noah, and who's the third guy? Florida's good. And then Kansas is weird. But
so are you taking the field or are you taking chalk?
I'm telling you, I can't find better teams than the 4. Like, I'm trying to rationalize how they could possibly beat, and they can't.
I just gave you UConn, Iowa State.
I would bet.
Illinois,
I don't even need the field.
Texas
I bet
Tech.
Duke and Michigan is the title game again. Like, that's going to be it.
Okay.
Right there. In fact, I bet that would be the Final 4. I'd make a bet that that's the Final 4 before I make a bet on the field.
The 2 favorites are Duke and Michigan, but they can lose. I think Michigan lost to Wisconsin.
They won't, though. They won't lose.
Duke's lost a couple times.
Of course they have. But how many times have they won?
That's true.
All those good wins. We need one more week.
Okay. I'm still taking the field.
You still are, no matter what.
No matter what. Over those 4 teams, yeah.
What 4 teams would they have to be for you not to take the field? Iowa State.
St. Louis.
St. Louis,
Iowa
Miami.
State, Miami of Ohio, and Liberty Flames. No, I wouldn't take any 4 teams with the chalk this year. I just think there's so much parity in college sports. I think the teams are a lot closer than everyone's saying they are. I think the talent level is a lot closer. I mean, you got AJ DeBanta on BYU. He could say, get on my back, and he could go. There's a lot of great players out there. Louisville's got some good players. Carolina's a little banged up. They can get going. Villanova lost to UConn, but they can get hot. St. John's, Rick Pitino.
Okay, all right. I get it. There's some formidable opponents beyond those 4, but I will take those 4.
Okay.
I will take those 4 in the Final 4 if they're in
different brackets.
And here's my question to you. Filling out the bracket, are you more gut or are you analytics?
One bracket's gut, the second bracket's all Ken Palm, baby.
All Kenny Palm?
Yeah.
I think you can do an ESPN. You can pick a person to model your bracket after. And there was one guy last year that just killed it. I forget who it was. But he ended up.
Did he model it after K Winn?
No, he didn't model it after you. He modeled it after himself. Are you gonna have a celebrity bracket this year?
Yeah.
Are you? Okay. Using the gut or the analytics? So you're gonna take Ken Palm's analytics and wrap your name around it?
I'm gonna build a K Winn agent, and I'm gonna package it up, and I'm gonna monetize it. I'm gonna sell it for $5 a month through the whole month of March. You can use it. You can pick my brain.
So for only $5 then, who's going to use it in April? Tourney's over. You got to do it by day.
It's just a 1 month special.
No, what by day?
You got to go by day.
Yeah,
$5 by day. All right. I like it.
There you go.
I'll give you a cut.
It's just a small one.
Yeah.
Small cut. What do we got? We're done?
I think that's it.
You don't want to talk LeBron? Is there anything to talk about?
He doesn't play defense still.
Lakers will make the playoffs.
Yeah, 5 or 6 seed.
Okay.
Okay, I will go chalk in the NBA in the Western Conference. Give me OKC, give me San Antonio, give me Denver, and give me Houston, and I'll give you the
What?
field.
No, if
I'll
you're
give
going
you the
chalk, you
field.
get like 2 teams, maybe 1 to 2.
You have the Pistons.
Oh, you're saying everyone in the West. You're taking.
I'm taking the top 4 in the West, giving you the field in the Western Conference and the field in the Eastern Conference.
No, I will not take that bet. That is a horrible bet.
Hat bet.
I will not a hat bet either. I will go back to Portland next year.
Okay.
Not begrudgingly. It's an enjoyable time. But the product, that was a miserable game. I got to see Wemby.
Yeah.
I got to see Wemby
too. Let's go to San Antonio.
Whew. Never been.
I haven't either.
Okay, let's go. The Alamo?
Think the Spurs can win a title this year?
Why not?
Yeah, I do. Wemby's a problem.
Well, he is. He's like a horse, like a thoroughbred horse. You know, you run him out there in like the smaller stakes for a few runs, and now all of a sudden he's a big ticket item. But he's in the West. That's the only downside.
But he doesn't have to do it all. They have Castle, who's good. They've got Fox. They've got Harper. And they play defense.
They do play D. We're going to go watch this. But we watched the Spurs last year without Wemby. We got to see him with Wemby this next time.
Yeah. Should we get out of here?
Let's get out of here.
You take us out of here.
I'm sick. Like I got sniffles. I need some load management. You take.
Is this your Michael Jordan flu game?
Yes, this is my flu game.
At Big Ben K Winn _ anywhere you get your social media. That's TikToks, that's Threads, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, that is YouTube. And make sure you follow the Discord. If you're watching this on demand or live or at some point in time on YouTube, make sure you drop your comments below and give us a thumbs up. If you are an audio podcast person, make sure you give us a 5-star, subscribe to us. That will help out a lot. I'm K Winn, he's Big Ben, and I am going to stay away from puddles.
Stay away from puddles and stay away from Seattle for the next 2 weeks. It's just raining. People are sick. Nothing. Cardi B concert tonight.
Ooh, you going?
I am.
Nice.
No, I'm not going to Cardi B. Look at me. Kick me out. Turn me away at the door. Gray hair. Get out of here. What are you doing? Sour.
You know how when you kind of forget to do something and you hope the problem just goes away because you don't think about it? That's what I'm hoping with the car. We haven't taken it to the mechanic yet.
Well, I got something to show you.
Ooh, that's nice. Is that a rooster?
Guess where I went today?
This is not McDonald's. What's the name of the chicken that you get, the turkey that you get?
The turkey butterball?
Yeah.
No. I went to Bo Washington had a chicken parade. So people had chickens on leashes in backpacks. They anointed one chicken the greatest chicken.
Wait. Can you have a chicken on a leash? Is that legal?
Skagit Valley, it's legal. It's just like walking a dog. But this is an exclusive, apparently. We went into this place and this woman had just dropped off these knitted chicken hats that she does every year.
I like
so people descended. So I got my hands on one.
It looks nice. It looks kind of warm in there.
It's nice. It's not too shabby. There's a little too much airflow because my head's so big, so it expands the knitting a little too much. But it's cozy. And the colorway is not my favorite, but I'll go back next year and I'll have some cred.
Looks good.
It was, let me say this. It's not very nice out. It's mildly raining. People have their kids. They're things starts at noon. People started showing up at 10. We got there about 10:15. We parked in a really good spot.
Yeah.
But people are out there kind of lining the streets and, it's not nice out. So they're not happy, right? It's just cold. Well, the thing starts at noon, right? So this thing starts, and it was over at 12:20. So people stood there for.
Are they trying to speed up the game?
I don't know what they're doing. Apparently, not enough chicken showed up. Like there wasn't enough volume of chicken.
Is Rob Manfred the commissioner?
The chicken marching band wasn't around or something. I don't know what was happening, but still, I got the hat.
I bet the experience was still better than going to an NBA game.
Yes. They didn't even give out chicken hats.
Oh.